What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at this potential scenario here on NAS 100. As we've done in our previous live price walkthrough videos, we're going to explain to you the scenario, what we're expecting, and then we'll wait for the setup to possibly play out. And if the setup does give an entry, then we will show you where we're looking to enter, what we expect to see, and how far we expect it to go. And then we will lead you into potentially a buy side move. So first thing first, we have a new bullish range here on NAS 100. We have our manipulation point low, manipulation point high, otherwise known as swings. This is the origin of the liquidity built across here. Now, if you have been in any of our Discord live streams, you will know that we've mentioned a few times that liquidity built through Asia is often ran during London, and liquidity built during London is often ran through New York. Obviously, it doesn't work exactly like that every single time, but it is a pretty simple way to look for possible areas of liquidity to be taken. A lot of the time, they're very obvious to spot, regardless of whether they're made across multiple sessions, whatever it may be, as long as the liquidity is relevant in terms of counter our direction, then price delivers through that. We can expect it to continue in our direction. So what do I mean by that is we have liquidity delivered in our direction in this case. So this is going to be a counter sell scenario, but we'll be looking to buy from the area of origin. Now we still need to confirm an entry within our sell window, which is just here. So we're going to leave this chart up here, and if we do get an entry, we of course will walk you through it and we'll explain to you exactly what we're looking at. Right, guys, so as we explained earlier, we created a sell side window. We also have a short-term SP right here. Now, there actually has been lower prices since, so we should technically have adjusted this down slightly. We have hit it now though, so we'd expect price to drive into here a little bit. What we're looking for, remember, is a structural narrative that tells us liquidity is being driven by Institute. Remember, if you haven't watched the institutional liquidity video, check that out in the on the YouTube channel. We're looking for the structure now to give us a nice area of liquidity for price to begin taking, and then we will enter if price delivers that structural narrative. So again, we're just going to wait, let this play out. Worst case scenario is it doesn't give us an entry and it just goes higher. So remember, just waiting for this to deliver what we expect to see. We do have liquidity across our highs here, like so. So we may see price running, taking these out. If we're going to build structure that's going to give us that valid entry within here, then more than likely we will run a couple of these highs at least. So we'll keep you guys updated. I'll catch you in a minute. Okay guys, so I stepped away from the desk there for a short period, but you can see right here that we have established a low point right here with a high, new low, with a high, with a new low, with a high, making this the SP low right here. Now ideally, I would have much preferred to have seen this as it was happening. Now, what I am going to be looking for is a pullback into this area, and we will look for a rejection out of there. Ideally, we'd like to see it reject from around this area. Remembering that we have tapped this SP and price may want to run to the buy side origin here. So we don't want to over force the sells. It's also a counter scenario. So breaking down within a short term move right here is enough to tell us that price is looking for lower prices, but we need to reconfirm this if we revisit our window. So we're going to be looking for a clear point of rejection. If it delivers, we will look to sell this off. Right guys, so you can see right here we had a rejection exactly where we said that we were going to reject from, and price is absolutely dropping with momentum and speed to the downside. So yet another multi-window confirmation entry using exactly the same systems that we have shown you and taught you on this channel. If you want to be in our Discord live stream like the students that are joining us right now, then make sure you click that link down below. And of course, if you don't understand these concepts, check out the videos in the playlist. The next step for this trade right here is we're looking for a run of the sell side origin. And at this point, we are going to look to long this market back into its pre-established directional bias. So guys, as we walked you through this area this morning, we explained this is the point we want to see price reject from, and it's where we'll look to sell from. We told you where our targets are, which is the sell side origin, but there is a very key point to focus on, and personally think that it is a point a lot of people really brush over and don't pay too much attention to. And that is the fact that if you're using a multi-time frame systematic entry rule set, that not every single day is going to be a trading day for you. Every day is a trading day, and there is always a scenario for you to trade. But keeping within your parameters and sticking to your rules that are pre-established, you should always accept the fact that the market may not deliver an entry to you. And if an entry is delivered, we trade it following the rules that we have already applied and tested. As I've said before, not every single day is going to be a trading day for you, but there will always be a scenario for you to trade. It's one thing being able to find setups and trade them, but it's another thing being able to sit on your hands on the days where scenarios are not playing out. Remember, these models are very simple to follow, and structurally they are as simple as they get. Overall, following in-depth liquidity understanding and the swing ranges giving us our bias, it is a comprehensive system that takes time to rear its head and set up. But as you see, most of these scenarios are presented to you in the morning and they play out through the day. With that point covered, as it stands, we're looking for price to get down to the sell side origin right here, where we're going to look for longs to follow the overall swing range movement. Right now we have an SP low right here. If we tap this SP low, I would expect to sell off to this sell side origin, and ultimately a tap into our sell side origin of the larger move that triggered the whole scenario in the first place. We'll be right back with you if we see a play out of that move. So another example there of the SP low being taken and price delivering to the origin. We're now seeing price consolidate around the origin. Ultimately, I'd expect this to run lower after a small pullback. We're looking for this as our target. So until we hit this, we're just going to let price play out. If it goes on for too long, we'll cut the recording and that'll be the end of that. If we do hit the low, then ultimately we will give you guys another scenario if it decides to play out. Catch you guys soon. So you can see that NAS 100 hit the sell side of the short-term structural move and has now begun to move higher. Overall, we wouldn't be surprised if this runs through to our swing high. Of course, sell side origins and buy side origins do not have to be met. So for now, we're going to wrap this video up here. we've seen the initial sell move. If we do get a buy scenario, we'll make it into a separate video. Hopefully you've all enjoyed this video. I look forward to catching you in the next one. And of course, if you want to help us out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.